from the military. In the year 2000, the aviation boom wasn't that much. That experience taught us, yes, the boom has started for the aviation. Analyzing and assessing the students, making them industry ready, get them onto the platform with a professional way, certainly they can do it.
So, sir, there are a lot of innovations happening in India. So, where do we stand globally?
Yeah, as far as aviation is concerned, we are seeing the trend industry depending on the technology moving on. In a low cost carrier pattern, one of the most successful in Asia, India stands third. And out of top 7, Indigo has made a record in this. Started their journey in 2006 and continuously making profit. One. We had a lot of bankrupt companies also, like Kingfisher, Air Deccan and all. They came and went. It was the same era. Someone started in 2004, 2006. Indigo started with their own one aircraft. Second two aircrafts he started from Bangalore. Today he has a fleet of 400. Until today, that airline never crashed one aircraft also. They are famous for on-time performance. They stand globally on the 7th position and profitably making company. Because the pattern what he chose was the low-cost carrier. Understanding the needs of the Indian customer pattern. Otherwise, earlier aviation, air travel means it was only for the richer people. Now, Indigo has made it affordable. In a span of 2,200 rupees, you can go from here to Goa. Bus fare is also same. We have come to the in line with the rail transportation system. We have 100 plus airports operational now. And 6 have been modernized up to so world standards. By having companies like Adani Group, they are coming up with the PPP model at Trivandrum, Ahmedabad, Mangalore. Government has leased them for 25-30 years. Let them develop it. And global scenario, if you see, earlier Emirates, once upon a time, was the best airline. In 80s, 90s, it was Qantas Airways, Australian. They were top. And today, Qatar Airways takes over the first platform. But in India, in the ranking concept, we come as a 7th one. And we are the 3rd largest one, not only in the economy and even in the aviation industry, if you see the volume. Just I was watching, I usually monitor the MOCA website, the Ministry of Civil Aviation. We are handling huge. More airports have become operational. The government of India came up with the UDAN scheme. Small regional airports, smaller airports are connecting. Northeast sector got connected. It was earlier isolated because of the weather condition and the geographical. We didn't have such aircrafts. Water seaplanes have come. Adventure flyings have been increasing. Airports are getting modernized. In Karnataka only we have seen Mysore also came up. Shimoga we had Gulbarga. Earlier we had only Bangalore and Mangalore, only 2. Then came up with Hubli, Belgaum, which had a military. They started utilizing for the civil aviation operations also. But the future is quite good and we can see a growth rate of annually 20%. As I was telling you, 2008 when I commissioned, it was 390 to 412 aircrafts operating per day. Today we have more than 860. In a span of 10 years, we are doubling, means again for the next 10 years, now only we have to plan. But as this infrastructures and the number of airports coming up, there is a need of manpower. Manpower in the terms of professionals, specializations in the airports, various fields. Let it be logistics, supply chain, or the travel and tourism industry, that's also quite booming. Hotel industry on the hospitality sector is also quite vast improvements we have seen. They are coming up. As the infrastructures, connectivity is more, we can expect more than 20% in the coming future. 1 lakh passengers is not a joke.
So, sir, how do you view the future of electric and hybrid aircraft? Could they become mainstream soon?
Yeah, in the recent past, a number of trials have been happened. See, our aviation industry, majority of the revenue generated, 40% goes on fuel. And industry is looking for the sustainability fuel. We had certain trial runs on the biofuels because the aviation fuel is so costly and we are dependent on one concept. So now the technology, what they were thinking, one is the biofuel. And second one, as you said, the electrical concepts. To a shorter duration, initially the technology has been started now. And approval has been taken the first time. The air taxi pattern has been starting in Bangalore. I'll tell you, not only the pilots, now you will be having more pilots on drones. The technology driven drones, we have pilotless also. And we have piloted drones also coming up. You might have seen in the social media, in Dubai and all. The flying car taxi pattern, that is going to launch very soon at Bangalore from Electronic City. Because if I take from Electronic City to airport, it's somewhere about 72 kilometers. It takes about 3 hours journey. And flying from Bangalore to Delhi is 2 hours. So to bridge up the gap, they are thinking of the alternative of the air taxi patterns. We have seen a lot of skyscrapers in Bangalore and tall buildings coming up with the helipads. It's only the challenges of the approval and the qualified people coming up. Whether it should be a pilotless drone or a helicopter service or an ambulance service or an emergency service, or even it can help the government for the purpose of surveillance. And few companies also have started the delivery system through drones. Main thing we should remember, when this technology comes, it will affect the aviation industry, airspace. Either you don't cross more than 2,000 feet.
May I know how it will affect the aviation industry?
Your aircrafts are flying now. There is only ATC who is controlling aircrafts. We don't have a system which is controlling drones. If it gets sucked into the engine, it is a fireball. The problem of this is concept. The government is coming up for licensing for the drones. DGC has approval. Institution, organizations also are coming up. This is a good concept also. Other than pilot, we have seen people are asking a number of questions even on the LinkedIn. So how about this drone technology? Is there any training organization in Bangalore? We don't have yet. It's a good market. If anyone thinks about that and starts drone technology, it's a booming industry. Of course, binded with certain rules and regulation. Even if you enter into the airport, it will be blocked. Your frequency will be blocked because safety concern. Yes, we can use it for the logistic and supply chain, but a good carrier growth, I can say. Not such a huge investment, only they should know about the basic concept of the geography and the reading of the Google Maps and all. It certainly helps them. It's one of the alternative which is seeing in the future, drone technology. Even the warfields we have seen, no? In the Ukraine war, we have seen in the Palestine, the Gaza Strip, we have seen. The role of drones has become an alternative to the aircraft, particularly in warfields. But civil aviation sector, I have seen it only, it is used for the logistic and supply chain up to certain extent. Like emergency situations, floods and all. Police uses for surveillance. It helps in a number of ways in disaster management and rescue operations.
So there are many scope for who study these drone courses.
Yes. It will be. Defense, now they have started working, added as a subject. And in this SCP, I am changing that syllabus now. At least some knowledge based about 2 modules where I can tell them what is the career growth in this. They can think about that, which will help them to make a good career. If not a pilot, as you said, you cannot afford. Okay, you cannot afford, no, with this knowledge. When you get an opportunity, you prove your skill test and you can go ahead. Of course, every organization trains. What we train in the university level, that is not taken as a grant. That's a basic knowledge. You become specialized depending on the airline. It's an Airbus. They train you on Airbus criteria. If it is a Boeing company, you will be trained on a Boeing or a Bombardier or an ATR aircraft. So it's a good option, like future growth in aviation and aerospace industry, particularly in drone also, people are focusing a lot.
Yes.
Even today we have seen metros also in the Electronic City, I have seen. Pilotless. There is no driver.
Actually, we have many inquiries about these drone courses.
Yes. I will get you connected with your few potential people are thinking very seriously on this. We can make that bridge for them. We can get them, those potential students, to choose a right career where professionals train them. That is more important.
Yes.
So later on, they can choose the industry, the number of hours they have flown and they have done it. But yes, drone also is one of the future concepts of aviation.
Can you just explain which is the highest paid jobs in aviation?
Yeah, a good question. The first I can say is highest paid would be the pilots. As his experience and the flying hours grows, the scale also grows and the type of aircraft. Now, like a heavier aircraft like Airbus 380, they draw up to 8 to 10 lakhs per month. To become a pilot, he might have invested 1 crore rupee. But one CTC is more than 1.2 crores. Other allowances, benefits. So carrier highest will be comes number one is pilot. The initial start will be starts from 2 lakhs as a first officer, the basic salary I can say. Or some airlines will say they are paying about 1 lakh, then a number of hours you are playing you get as an allowance. That helps them for the IT benefits.
So, sir, everyone knows that pilot is a high paid job. So, which is the other jobs which will be high paid?
Yeah, the girls I can say they can make at the younger age carrier. They can work up to 10, 12 years because by 30 they want to settle. But in this 10, 12 years they can make a very good carrier where they're hoping more than, if you go for a foreign airline it is 1.8 lakhs.
Okay.
For Indian carrier it starts from 60 to 90. Number of hours you fly more, you get more depending on the sector and the airline. A good airline, average you can take 1 lakh per month. The next comes is the air traffic controllers. They need an BE engineering graduate to become an air traffic controller, and their salary also starts from 1.2 to 1.5, including all the allowances. Then next comes the AMEs. Depending on the license and the type rating, pilots also same. It's not only a CPL holder. In a commercial, I can drive a two-wheeler license I have. No cop will catch me. But in aviation industry, if you are taken a license for a Boeing, you will fly that Boeing only. Type rating we call. So depending on the type rating, it varies. But not less than 6 lakh for a normal any airline I've seen. My brand airlines like Qatar and all, it goes up to 10 to 12 lakhs depending on the type of aircraft. Crew also same, 1.5 to 3 lakhs there are if it is a senior cabin, lead cabin crew we call on an international platform. For domestic, for India, we have seen up to 1.4 also.
Also, the CTC will change based on the experience.
Yes, because here we call a supervisor takes care or a manager. There we don't call manager cabin crew. We call lead cabin crew. She will be the senior most. And we have a criteria. For every 50 passengers, one cabin crew is required. And one will be the senior most. She will be coordinating with the captain for all the behavior of the flight. Let it be in terms of normal operation or a situation arising in the cabin or an emergency situation. Every crew cannot contact. It's only the captain and the lead cabin crew. They, virtue of experience, they work. A lead cabin crew will be having better perks as an designated appointed as a lead cabin crew or a normal cabin trainee cabin crew. Initially they'll start. After about 50 hours of flying, they become a full-fledged cabin crew. They can go independently. So basically it's a shadowing or an on-job training. That's why they undergo about 3 to 6 months of training by the airline. So they know their standards and they follow those conditions. Now coming to the ground staff, the CTC starts from 3.5 lakhs from a normal trainee. On a confirmation, it jumps up to 4 lakhs. Depending on the type of rating, like we have abstract training for aviation security. We have screeners training. Those are qualified seniors. Only that person can clear that baggage. And without that person, in every shift, you should have those so many professionals. We have load and trim, maintaining balancing of the aircraft and the loading pattern, so that the flight behavior is okay. Then we have DGR certifications for the handling of dangerous goods for cargo, which all is been loaded into the aircraft. Then we have other certifications pertaining to management, safety management system. SMS plays a very important role. And for the ticketing also we have Abacus, Galileo, a specialized training. That is a software which has been used, which connects airlines globally, where all currency conversion, connecting of flights, time zone, everything, you can prepare a proper itinerary. So we can range from minimum, it starts from 3.5 lakhs. The trend now, yesterday I've seen Indigo is hyping the salaries up to 25%. It's good because it is making company is making good profit. Last quarter they are given 23,000 crores. It's quite big.
So from the training, they are getting paid.
Yeah, specialization. You're a master. Like a trainer, he will be paid better. Virtue of all experience, it will be accounted. The initial startup will be less. Once you become the OJT, your training has been finished, then you are a permanent employee. Depending on the appraisal, company follows certain procedures. Your appraisal has been happening once in 6 months. Your performance, your achievements, and what are the wonders you have done or some good rewards you have been got, you'll get better paid. But it's a good place for making a career, aviation as a platform. We highly recommend to come up organizations who can at least open up those skills and ideas and give a platform so that they can make a wonderful journey.
So aviation is a good platform for.
Of course, 100%. There is no recession. You have seen the recession of IT after AI ML coming. AI ML cannot run the aircraft. It is to be individually handled. We need professionals. We need trained staff. And airlines need it. Service provider company needs it. Airports need it. Various forms.
So, sir, nowadays we can see everywhere there is AI, artificial intelligence. In every field there is a artificial intelligence involvement. So, with AI and automation entering aviation, what roles do you think will be most impacted, and which one will still need human expertise?
Yeah, coming to the technology in aviation, in the past 5 years, we could see drastic changes. Let it be in terms of flight operations, digital technology, satellite based. Now, even the satellite phones also are coming to India. Technology, we have to cope up. Either we have to upgrade our knowledge. Earlier, we used to go with a physical ticket. Now, it's not required. Show on the WhatsApp, just barcode scanner, it identifies you. First time you enter the airport, your biometric, the Digi Yatra is finished. Next time you need not to go. You just go and stand in front of the gate. Your flight is today. Your gate is open. Human error ruled out. You are busy somewhere. Someone bypassed and go, no. Buzzing alarm comes when you bypass. A security alert. A concept which is helping the technology in terms of safety, security, performance. Of course, up to certain level, it reduces manpower. But the accuracy and what the industry needs is more important because our airports are vulnerable. Our aircraft, we don't call it as aircraft. For a person who wants to use airline for some unlawful way, it's a missile. You have 8 tons of fuel. 8 tons of fuel can create how much destruction? More than a missile. So these antisocial elements focus on this as a tool. But there is a counteracting technology also to check that. So technology up to certain level, yes, it helped. Recently, 3 months back, there was an upgradation from Microsoft. Everyone upgraded the system halted all operations. We came on manual bookings. Boarding pass was handwritten. Load and trim was being calculated by hand. We are unable to print. Reliability, basics, it starts on the training. It is required. The alternative options. AI and ML, yes, up to certain standards for comparison, trainings, it can help. But for operational purpose, only for certain tools it can be used. CCTV tracking system we have. You track on one person, you can generate. Even aircraft marshalling also. Flight information display system also are becoming on the digitalized form. There are many more to come. Robotics are coming. Bangalore airport has robotics. You have a problem, just speak it. Hi robot, I want to go to McDonald's. Hey, follow me. It will take you. But remember, it should not be misused somewhere else. On the security aspect, a lot of challenges are coming. We cannot compromise on security. We always train our students also. Technology, yes, it has helped wonders. Lot of queuing time at the airports have been reduced. Authentic and the authentication and other surveillance system has improved a lot in aviation. And it is estimating us. If I go and stand in front of a counter, you can see on the screen, it will tell me, here, if you stand here, it will take you 4 minutes. If I go to the next lane, it will say 6 minutes. I'll go to the next counter, it will say 2 minutes. Depending on the queuing system, it is taking the technology which has come. Up to certain level, yes, this technology is working. Learning AI ML as a skill certainly will help it. There are a lot of changes. You don't know what all concepts will come in future. Like we are seeing, we are expecting the satellite system also coming now. There will be no network issues. It will be more faster, like Elon Musk, what he was mentioning, wants to come into India with that technology. It might help. Always we have that connectivity issue, no? Remote villages get connected and all. Education also, it can be used for a proper, more audio video type education system. Classrooms might change. It may take a time, but it will come.
And sir, as we know, you have worked in both military and civil aviation. Obviously, you have many memorable experience. Can you share any one of your experience with us and our audience?
Talking about experience, yeah, in way back in 80s, I was in Port Blair, where that was my duty posting. It's an operational area, and we have about surrounding 417 islands surrounded. Responsibility also was there. We went on a mission, and Port Blair is more prone to this weather conditions. We could see a drastic change in the weather conditions, and we had to land the aircraft in one of the island. It was a school playground, and unfortunately, pilot forgot to update to ATC that he is landing there. Of course, that means aircraft was declared as missing. Usually, what happens in defense organizations when such situation happens, at those times they used to release telegrams. Your son along with 2 crew members and helicopter missing. We'll update you. That's okay. Mail went. At home, the scenario was different. Weather improved. It took about 3 hours. 3 hours, no contact. Other stations have been alerted. Car Nicobar Air Force Station started searching us. So suddenly I could see a patch of cloud clearing. Pilot said, okay, we'll take off from here. But we had forgotten there was a mismatch in fuel management. We have been escorted with the Air Force pilots to MiG aircrafts. It's not MiG, it was Mi-8 helicopters. As soon as we entered Port Blair and we were landing on the runway, suddenly the engine cut off. We had zero fuel. One was the tension which was creating for me. Telegram might have gone. What we do with the condition at my home? Second one was I being an engineer, I felt the importance of a fuel system, what I work. They are also pilot. Now you are also flying along with them as a crew. That touches. When a pilot used to tell us, hey Mujawar, I'm facing some warning indication coming here. You just open out and check the system, we calibrate and just do it. It was indeed a very good experience, I can say we cannot forget. There I could learn that professionalism matters a lot.
Yes.
Once it has happened to me, some pilots and co-pilot also is flying my aircraft. That was one changing scenario what we had. Another one I had encountered at the time of IPKF operation. In Jaffna, we lost one sailor. His body was being evacuated from there and it was brought to some Uchipuli near Ramnad. We had one small airstrip. From there our aircraft was being operated and I had to take that as a dead body. And it was for us, it was a war zone. IPKF operation, and Madurai was a base for us. From there, when the coffin was being bought, we prepared all formalities and all. Accidentally, it skipped my mind. I didn't did my documentation. We landed at Mumbai International Airport. On landing, we asked for the priority landing. Captain said, okay, priority landing, okay, we landed. Pilot said to pilot in command, the co-pilot, and one crew member and one dead body. So he updated that. Security was alert. One dead body has come. By the time we landed and the aircraft was been surrounded by security personnel, we didn't have documentation. Why I'm telling you, sometimes documentation and procedure. Of course, we have been detained at the airport by the airport police. Of course, headquarters we had permission to call in 2 hours with the fax. Though at that time, the technology wasn't that much. We had to rely on fax system. So the fax came, the death certificate which wasn't there. Warfield, who cares? What all the defense organization comes from the military hospital. So Navy has taught us a lot. And the experience, what we could see, the scenarios, the situations which has arisen had made us so strong enough. And one opportunity when I wanted to enhance or encash this one, it is way long, about 10 years back I think. I went to Jain University, I just permission, I just went to the HR. HR said, no, we take only masters. Okay, fine. You want masters? Yeah. I said, I'll get masters. I'll come after 2 years. I did my masters at the age of 53. Because, why? Because masters was allowing me to enter the campus. And I didn't want to leave a brand college like Jain College. That was at that time brand in Bangalore. Person should be determined. If he wishes, he wants to do. Age is not a matter to learning. Still I am learning from my students. They update me. Even after going to the job, I am not a master. I might have, by having my masters, I might have done by a qualification on papers. But still I become master by my students. What I want to tell people is, age is not a matter to learn something. Exactly. If today aviation wants this, what I decided at the age of 53, I did, you also do it. But vision, your focus, your passion should be there to do it. From that day onwards, I started not only teaching them, I framed the syllabus, I became subject matter expert, I'm an evaluator, I question paper setter for 3-4 universities. That gives passion. It has come in my blood, aviation. And these students call me aviation encyclopedia. Because working together, knowing, refreshing the knowledge, let it be from LinkedIn, from those concepts, seminars, we attend so many meetings. We have seen, we have made airports, not only working. Funny thing was, when I wanted a job to work at the airport of an international standards of today's in way back in 2008, I have to make the airport, then I have to work. It is something like you feel hungry, go in the kitchen, prepare food and have. We didn't got ready-made. We made the system, and during making these systems, we could from the scratch, the challenges we understood, the policies, the standards, the approvals, let it be on the national or the international level, the airline requirements, the passenger requirement, the capacity issues, the calculations, what we used to do. Then we started that, yes, no, we cannot kill so much rich experience. It was a dream for me, till the last breath, to teach our students the right knowledge, sharing them those experience, at least get them ready mentally, physically, so that they can choose a right career, like booming, what we are seeing the aviation industry is doing in nowadays. Earlier people were doing a lot of courses, IT, something came, AIHL, engineers, now they are thinking. Even my son, he is doing BE, E and C. He asked me this question. I said, you have to keep on, add on course. See the demand, see the requirement of the industry, then start it. End of the day, you have to achieve. It is not that like your dad was an automobile engineer, became aeronautical engineer. From aeronautical engineer, he started with the project. Then he came out, worked for the airports in the operations. From there, we came out again, we started trainers. Trainers for whom? For small courses, skilling up. Now then again graduation, various universities. Now whatever the need is there, we have to. So the young generations, I say, what you desire, career, what platform, which domain knowledge you want. Aviation. In that aviation career, what a flying crew or engineer based or a ground staff in operation, you have options.
Yes, we have multiple options.
Multiple options are there. Various certifications are there. Someone are dreaming. I have a majority when I see my mails and all, if I find any mail from Kerala, sir, can I get an international certification? Because their vision is, I want to fly abroad. From Karnataka, I said, no sir, I want to work here only. For them also the open platforms are there. We can make a small modules and capsules which can help them in a short course. We can turn them, trim them, get them ready, put them on the platform. It has happened. More than 700 plus I have placed in airline industry. When I travel, it is something like my old memories keep on. It starts recalling my memories. That's what I recommend. Aviation is a career. A lot of careers are coming. Short module courses. Have a proper counseling with the right team. Choose your career. There are professionals, there are expertise. Like Flyrad, you all have been bridging with the expertise with the people to come out with the knowledge to give a message. Yes. No, you are there, you want this. We have expertise. We can get them trained. We can change you. We can trim you. and then only present it to the industry. This is my candidature for your post. Because I know Flyrad analyzes the entire job profile, what is required for the industry. Try to give them that module and the trimming, put them into the platform. Certainly you will find success. That's all for my suggestions for you all.
So, sir, you have 42 years of experience. Like, why can't you buy a jet? And would you even thought of that ever?
Yeah, it was a dream. The childhood, people say, na, what you say, that becomes as a favor of a prayer which happens. I had one cousin. He used to always tell me, hey, I'll be a pilot, I'll be flying like this. But I used to never tell him that I will say the same thing what he is telling. Okay, man, you fly, I'll be an engineer.
Wow.
That became true. They say, na, in Hindi there is one kahavat. Whatever you say, it becomes as a dua. It gets blessed. I think that was one option. Yes, about the aircraft, what you are talking about, very good question. When the aviation boom wasn't there, I had tried up with one of the flying club here. They were been close associate for the NCC giving this microlight aircrafts. At that time, it was costing only 24 lakhs. Then I said, in UK and all you can see, people in the backyard, they have their runways.
Yes, yes.
They landed. As we park our car in the shed, they park the aircrafts. But here in India, it's policy and certain decisions are not there. Of course, not financially. I was not so capable, I can say. Yes, it was a dream. And the coming years, I think so. Till now, I wanted to be a good engineer. It happened. I wanted to be a good parent. I could see my children growing, my grandchildren also. All thanks to Almighty. The future plans, like now I wanted to associate, to work with the people in the community, to get them with the enhancing on the knowledge, to be a platform where I can use it. Okay, I wanted to make some syllabus, we did it. I wanted to make the airports, military airport also we made. We made one project at Kochi for the Rolls-Royce engines, that also happened. New international airport, that dream also was fulfilled. I went to one college, he said there should be masters to enter. At the age of 50, it became an ego. I did my masters. Then one student said, why don't we get a qualification on the graduation part? That also I tried. It has happened. Oh, with all the blessings, I think now I want to work with the people.
So, sir, you proved everything is possible.
Yes, it is. I am not saying that it's a sixth sense. If you have a passion, na, at the age of 53 also you are ready to pump over 60, 70,000 and do MBA evening. Because once that pinched, the language, they came out, they treated me like this, 30 years of experience, they are not understood, they want a certificate. Yeah, I will do it. But I said, I will come to your college only, that was my focus. I could not, it will be wrong if I don't mention my friend Mr. Nair. He runs a IIT training center today. And this is the passion, man. At this age, sir, not the age. Even 75, he is running the institution. Teaching on the international standard. Because industry need, demand, it is required, he is doing it. The same footstep I am also following. Now God has given all, thanks to Almighty, everything He has given me, blessed us everything. Now let us work with the people. Let us work with the institutions where we can help. What else you want? You have achieved everything, as you said. No? What all I wanted, I have put up my, very clearly, wholeheartedly, since from childhood, what you used to do as a childhood, I think that was one, I always remember that day. I used to tell my cousin.
But more of us, like in childhood, we had another dream and now we are in another positions.
Yeah, it happens. Like, it may not be necessary. Now I cannot say the same answer to my brother, cousin. Oh, I also will fly, you both will fly. He will say, I will not allow you. So then I thought I will become an engineer. So it was 10th standard. I lost my father. I had to go to the graveyard, then examination. Things were different. Life changed. Then it was a life changing for me actually. No one has done job in my family till 90s. I went and said, my mom, Ma, no, I want to do job. And I had to take the focus of my sister. Hey, why don't you tell? When they heard the name of military, shocked. I got the support, the blessings of my mom. She used to tell me anything. Always do good, man. God has given you everything. It is easy to lose anything. It takes seconds. A slip of a tongue will create a barrier. To be good, you have to follow certain ethics and dreams. That's what still I'm keep on doing it. When there was a first call from your CEO, the team, when they contacted us, they put the vision. Even my daughter was telling me, Dad, it is like this. I said, no, is it required, beta? Dad, if you see the team, no, you haven't seen it, you just have. Why don't you meet once? That's what today we both are here. On behalf of this Flyrad, I'm thankful, yes.
Actually, it's our pleasure, sir, you're here.
Yeah, it's my pleasure also, ma. You are giving me one more vision to think for the coming future. What together we can do. See, a team works better. Individually, it's not possible. That's what I have learned. A teamwork with a group of expert eyes, knowledge, connection, network, passion first, we will be successful. And sky is the only limit, I can say. There are a lot of things coming up in the industry. I don't know what all technology, like you were telling about the drone, I will revert it back. I have few connections. We can give them one option, not only ground staff. Someone couldn't become pilot, at least become drone, like our president. He wanted to become a pilot, but he can make a missile more faster than an aircraft. That was possible for him because he had taught at that time. Tomorrow's, after 5 years, we don't know what will be the industry. You know, the drastic changes in this 5 years itself, we have seen it. So let us hope the best. And I wish you a Flyrad, and thanks and for giving this wonderful opportunity. And in future also, we as a team, for all your team members, I'm very thankful.
Thank you
for giving this opportunity. And certainly we will work together in terms of your son. Thank you all. Thank you.
Actually, thank you for being here with us today. Actually, your journey, your experience was truly inspiring.
Yes, it was. At least I could open up my heart today and speak my journey of 42 years. And I think for the future, inshallah, we will continue further. Okay? Thank you, ma. Thanks a lot. Thank you all.